Welcome to the Know, I'm Meg Turney. It's Roundup Day, everyone, so let's just dive right into the internet. Mario's officially coming to Minecraft. You heard that shit right. Next week, the Wii U edition of everyone's favorite Build 'em Up will receive a free Mario mashup update, which, gotta say, looks pretty damn amazing. The update not only brings 40 Mario characters into the game, but also a number of unique Mario textures and items, so you can create your own pixelated mushroom kingdom and do lots of other weird, dirty stuff with it, because that's Minecraft. You'll be able to add musical tracks from Mario 64, so again, pretty fucking sweet, guys. It's kind of interesting, though, that both Nintendo and Microsoft went all in on this project, with each of them allowing Nintendo's IP to appear in a Microsoft-owned game. See, when people play nice, it's great. Phil Spencer did say back in December that he would love to see Nintendo games make their way to the Xbox at some point, so this could all just be building blocks. Get it? Because it's Minecraft. So good to see Microsoft being true to their word here about not letting their ownership of Minecraft get in the way of how the platform was handled. But hey, now their platform has the world's most famous platformer, so it's not all selfless. If blocky graphics aren't your speed, then you're probably just as excited as the rest of the internet and us here at The Know over NVIDIA's reveal of the GTX 1080. Drop those panties, kids! The ridiculously powerful new card is exploding minds, panties, and the competition. It apparently destroys the industry-leading Titan X for almost half the price. Get those panties off! The GTX 1080 outperforms the $1,000 Titan X in terms of sheer power, plus it consumes much less power doing so, all while being priced at just $599. Meanwhile, the GTX 1070 will offer 70% of that power for a nice new price of $379. Since these new graphics cards will no doubt push the 900 series, which is the current gold standard for VR, down in price, it does stand to reason that this development could also make VR a couple $100 cheaper and instantly more accessible for a lot of people, which is great because VR really, it could use all the help it could get right now. Plus, we can play Doom at 200 frames per second apparently, so it's a great time to be PC Master Race. You know what else is really, really damn cool, though not as panty dropping in any way, shape, or form? Crash Bandicoot. And you know what's not cool? How much Sony and everyone associated with them has been teasing that Crash Bandicoot is set for a comeback. The iconic old PlayStation hero has appeared on everything from t-shirts at PSX to new Crash art that was tweeted from the official Sony account, and now even, apparently, spoiler, in an Uncharted 4 Easter egg. But even though the teases are coming faster than a Bandicoot spin attack, it seems like the new Crash game might not be in the cards after all. PlayStation's VP of Developer and Publisher Relations, Adam Boyes, said about just as much on his Twitter this week, confirming that the rights to Crash Bandicoot are still in Activision's very, very deep pockets. So apparently no new game soon, so why the hell have you been teasing it so much? Are you trying to put the pressure on Activision to be like, no, fans, tell them, no, give it to us? I understand that, but if not that, then what the hell? What's more deadly than a Bandicoot? A Wolverine, apparently. Thanks, Eddy. Only in video games and comic books do we get to mine the world's most ridiculous animals for increasingly absurd characters. That's why we love them so much. Anyway, the new Wolverine film is apparently already underway, and the film's producer has now confirmed the rumors that it's going to be a much more violent take on the character with an R rating, which is how it should be. Speaking with Collider, producer Simon Kinberg said that Wolverine 3 is a very radical, bold, different Wolverine than you've ever seen in any of these movies. He went on to add that it takes place in the future, and as you and others have reported, it is an R-rated movie. It's violent, it's kind of like a Western in its tone. It's just a very cool, different film. A future-ish Western starring Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? Sign my panties up. Can't stop talking about panties today because I'm wearing this shirt. I'm on the hype train 100%. Wolverine 3 is set for a March 2017 release, so that's his last film. So you gotta see it. It's gonna be good. After 18 million comic book movies for dudes, it seems like finally the ladies are getting some attention over at Marvel. Although, to be fair, this next story is for everyone, not just ladies. The company has now said it's committed to bringing a Black Widow standalone film to life starring Scarlett Johansson. It'll be adding it to its increasingly enormous slate of pictures. Speaking of a deadline about Marvel's future plans for Phase 3 and beyond, the man with the plan, Mr. Kevin Feige, who apparently a lot of you are pissed off at, said of Black Widow, "We think she's an amazing character. We think Scarlett Johansson's portrayal of her is amazing. She's a lead Avenger and has amazing stories in her own right to tell that we think will be fun to turn into a standalone franchise." Take a shot every time he says amazing. However, you won't be seeing ScarJo kick solo ass for quite some time. Her movie wouldn't happen until at least sometime after 2019. Can the lady catch a break? She's gotta stay that hot for that long. Come on. Marvel's already got 9 films in the works between now and 2019, so no chance. But maybe she'll get some action figures in the meantime. Who fucking knows? Hollywood's fallen back in love with standalone flicks, and now we've finally got our new Han Solo for the standalone Han Solo prequel. That is way too many qualifiers and buzzwords for a single sentence. Anyway, the famed Star Wars smuggler turned captain will be getting the prequel treatment in May 2018 and will be played by the not-so-well-known Alden Ehrenreich. The actor has made a name for himself recently by appearing in the Coen brothers' Hail Caesar, plus he was apparently discovered by Steven Spielberg at a bar mitzvah. How sweet. Because that happens, you know, to everybody. Or being a carpenter, who knows? The new Han Solo movie doesn't yet have a title, but we do know that it's going to follow the life of our favorite scoundrel around 10 years before we met him in A New Hope, so good for you, man. Congrats, and please just tell us that Han shot first. Come on, don't try and change anything. If politicians are to be believed, kids all over the world are being trained to shoot first, wink, in damn video games. That was a much dirtier wink than I meant. It was like, because it was a Star Wars reference, not because it's a sexual thing. Let's move on. Video games are used to getting blamed for causing violence, but our beloved pastime now has a new partner in crime, apparently. Tom and Jerry, according to an Egyptian official. The official, who's the head of Egypt's State Information Service, has now blamed Middle East violence and extremism on both video games and Tom and Jerry, believing them to be the root cause of groups like ISIS. At a speech given at Cairo University, he stated that both Tom and Jerry, and of course video games, give the impression that violence is not only natural, but fun, saying it portrays the violence in a funny manner and sends the message that yes, I can hit him and I can blow him up with explosives. I missed that episode. You know what? I didn't miss that episode of Tom and Jerry. There's a lot of dynamite in old cartoons. Apparently, maybe Mickey Mouse will be next. Who knows? Or Dastardly Pac-Man. Although Pac-Man's already been blamed because he's a video game. Speaking of weird things that apparently make people think of terrorism, one airline passenger was suspected of being a terrorist for doing math. This mathematical mix-up happened aboard an American Airlines flight over the weekend when a woman on the flight reported that a man was writing strange symbols on a piece of paper. It turns out the man was an Ivy League professor working at a differential equation for a speech he was about to give at another university. You nosy bitch. No wonder she thought he was a terrorist. Get back to playing your Nintendo DS like the rest of us Americans and stumbling over your script. Fortunately, the man said he was treated kindly throughout the situation, but of course it left him concerned about a possible xenophobia situation here. As for the woman, she said she was too sick to take the flight afterwards. Oh, those numbers must have just given her the vapors. Keep to yourself, girl, although, oh, whatever. You know what? Fine. Nosy bitch. All right, let's move on. Tell us what you guys think of those evil numbers, because this is the end of the roundup, and how much you love that new GTX card in the comments down below. And also, do you think she's being a nosy bitch? Tell us what you think about that too. For more updates on the news you care about from around the internet, like this video and subscribe to The Know. So good to see Microsoft being true to their word here about not letting their ownership of Microsoft. So good to see Microsoft get it. So good to see Microsoft being true to their word here about not letting the ownership. Anyway, the famed Star Wars smuggler turned captain will be getting the prequel treatment in May 2018 and will be played by the not so well known Alden Ehrenreich. God damn it, I didn't look up his last name. Ehrenreich. I don't know his name, so the head, how dare you, Eddy. Speaking of weird things that make people think of terrorism, apparently one airline passenger got suspected of being a terrorist for doing math. Got suspected is not good English, Eddy.